So I know a lot of you have seen the proposed plan to cut down immigration by RISHI SUNAK and the Home Office and the whole targeting student visa and international students. And I know that a lot of people have done a lot of videos talking about it and everything. Now in this video, I am going to just be talking about the whole situation and my permutation. And if you've been watching some of these videos, like the one I talked about Boris Johnson, even RISHI SUNAK, even the dependent visa and the rest, you know that some of the things I said actually happened. So if you want to know my thoughts and my permutation, which most of the times actually happens, then you need to watch to the end. I know some people might not like to hear what I have to say, but there might be good news and there might be bad news. But you need to watch to the end to find out what I think about the whole situation. So please keep on watching.
Everybody know I'm a visual. Yeah, I kill it cold like a criminal. I'm everybody's type, but nobody can deny. Yes, you know I get it, I'm getting freaky, yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky on, get that freaky, I'm getting freaky, get it right.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Omomi, aka Petite Diva, and I am a University of Nottingham alumni and also Developing Solutions Scholarship Award winner. In this educational series, I talk about the UK admission process, I talk about the UK visa application process, I talk about tips and tricks on how to enjoy your stay in the UK as an international student, and I also talk about tips and tricks on how to earn more money as an international student. So if you like videos such as this, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by the side so that you're notified anytime I upload videos. Now before we get into this video, I just want to remind you that I offer some UK educational services, and those services include SOP writing, academic CV writing, and the UK admission package. Now my UK admission package comprises of me curating courses and schools that best fit you, writing the SOPs for the courses that you've chosen, and also writing an academic CV to boost your chances of getting an admission, and also helping you to apply so that your application process is as smooth as possible. And my UK admission package has 3 types. The price range for that service is from 55,000 to 120,000 naira. So if you want to use any of my services, please check the description box for my email address and send me a mail. Please, when sending me a mail, be specific with your mail. Let me know what you want to do in the UK. Let me know what you've done. Let me know if you have professional experience. I don't really want to know if you have kids, family that you want to go, because at the end of the day, it's only one person that's going to be the student. I need to know. I'm more concerned about the student. Every other thing, you would sort it out as you move. And also, if you're sending me a mail, please try to send me all your documents so that I can review your documents to determine if you fit into my clientele. Now you can also contact me through my Telegram group. Now if you're looking for an admission in May, June, September 2023 and you are not in that group, you are missing. In that group, we share real-time information of things that are happening. Now, for instance, University of Salford opened their Human Resource Management Master's program for June, and when I saw it, immediately I helped a client apply, and she has already gotten her admission secured. And I also told people in the group, so some people have already applied for that course and they've gotten it. And also, when I see courses that have opened up, I regularly share it in the group. Now I cannot come and do that on YouTube, but if you're in the group, you would be aware of it as it's happening, and you will also secure your admission. So please check the description box for the link to the Telegram group. You can join it, read the messages, and also send me a private message if you want to use my services. Now let's get into this video. I don't know where to start, because there was a video I did on dependent and also RISHI SUNAK, and I talked about all that is happening. And it's like I had a vision of what was going to happen. And I knew that RISHI SUNAK was going to be very weird and was going to try and target student visa, which I said. And when I said that Boris Johnson is a better choice for international students, but people decided to choose RISHI SUNAK. Any which way, he is talking trash, in my own opinion. Or the Home Office or whoever that is proposing this useless plan is talking trash. Now, the UK is trying to say that international students will only apply to the elite school. The elite schools are mostly universities that are in the Russell group. Now, I went to University of Nottingham. It is the Russell group. It's ranked in the top 20 schools in the UK. It's number 18. So this is not me being whatever. I went to a Russell group school. I went to one of the elite schools. I got a scholarship, 50% tuition fee discount, and a bursary. So I'm not discussing this from a point of view of, oh, I did not go to Russell Group school and this. I went to Russell Group. And I also helped someone get the admission into 2 Russell Group schools and also 50% tuition fee discount. That's in University of Nottingham and Queen University Belfast. So I have no problem helping people to get admission in those schools. But the thing is, most of those schools are very expensive. Let's face it, I could not have been able to go to University of Nottingham if I didn't get the scholarship and bursary, because the school fees for most of those schools are between 23,000 to about 45,000 pounds. How many people can afford that? If you're not good to get the scholarships, then how would you can't even pay such school fees. So most people would not go there if they don't have sponsorship or scholarship or parents that are rich. Now if you say with the thousands, how many thousands of students applied to UK university last year? About 600,000. That 100,000 should apply to just 24 schools. It is not possible. The remaining 136 schools are not going to be looking and crossing like why you do that and put them into bankruptcy. Because if you don't know, a lot of these schools gain a lot of money from international students. Let's use this T-side for example. Now T-side, according to what is on the internet, has about 8% to 10% of their students as international students. Now, most times, international students are postgraduate students because undergraduate get as a B for international students. So most of the time, you see international students as postgraduate students, either masters or PhD. Even the PhD is very, very small because a lot of times, if you don't get funding for PhD, it is a very, very, very capital-intensive project to do a PhD. Most of the time, the international students that do PhD are those that have gotten some form of scholarship or studentship or sponsorship. So let's put it as most of them are master students. For a 1-year course at T-side, it costs £14,000. Now, if you have about 2,000 students that are international students that are doing postgraduate course, that's about £28 million that the school is getting every year for now, or let's say for this year. And now you tell them that, oh, because if people are not in the top 24 schools, you cannot accept international students. I don't know who thought of that idea. And a lot of the schools have started fighting back. Professors have started fighting back, especially those that did economics. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Now, some British people who have no idea about what is going on, I've seen some of their comments, and they don't realize that money that international students are paid is helping to fund a lot of the projects in the schools. Now, 28 million can do a lot of things. It can buy a lot of reagents. It can support a lot of projects. And if you don't know, if a school does a lot of projects that are declared world leading, internationally recognized, and not the ranking, it helps the ranking of the school. It also helps them to get grants from bodies, because they see, oh, this school is doing a lot of projects that are impactful and world leading and is doing things. Before you know it, companies are sponsoring some things, offering some grants, or even supplying machines or facilities, which will help to boost the educational services that they offer, and also attract people that could do things in future. Now, for University of Nottingham, if you don't know, the WHO DG went to University of Nottingham. Now, for University of Oxford, we all know that some of the professors there worked with AstraZeneca to develop the vaccine for COVID. Those are the kind of things. If they didn't have the facilities or the educational manpower, that's the staff that have the knowledge, do you think this kind of thing will happen? Each school is looking for people to come to their school and do research that are impactful to help the school improve. Now you say that, oh, they should only go to 24 universities. What's going to happen to the remaining 136? Here's what's going to happen. A lot of schools are going to go into bankruptcy. This one is not, it's not even me that said it. One of the UK professor, if I see the tweet, I am going to put it up. A lot of the schools will go into bankruptcy, because most of the schools are private entities. They don't really get grants from the government or funds from the government, so they have to source for things by themselves. Now, getting international students or having international students come to their school helps to boost the income, and it will help to boost the prestige, or rather the image and the ranking of the school, because things are done well. Now, if you remove that, one thing is that British students don't go beyond a certain level of education. Most of them, some of them might want to just do high school and that's the end. Some will go for undergraduate and that's the end. Now, postgraduate, everybody is just there. And if you notice, school fees, postgraduate is a lot. Now, for the British student, most of the time, if you go and look at their school fees, an international student is paying like 2 times to 3 times more than what a British student is paying. So we are helping to bulk up some of their income. And now you say, okay, the international students are paying 2 times or 3 times what the British students are paying, should not apply to the school. What do you think is going to happen to the British students? They are going to increase their school fees. And when they increase their school fees, everybody will start complaining, this, that. The same people that are complaining that international students are coming will be the same people that will complain that schools are not elite, is only for those that can afford it, blah, 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 and everything. Because if you are paying 6,000 when an international student is paying like 14,000, 15,000, and then they say international students should not apply to school. What do you think the British students will pay? The British students will now pay 10,000, 12,000 to cover up. So, at the end of the day, it's still going to fall back on the British citizens that feel that international students are too much, blah, 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 and the rest that they wrote won't annoy me yesterday. Anyway, another thing that will happen is that some researches that they used to do might not be possible, because definitely 28 million, 30 million is a lot of money, and it can help fund a lot of research. So if that money is not coming, it can affect some of the researches, the quantity of research and the quality of research that the school does, and this will affect their ranking. And if it's affecting their ranking, it's going to affect a lot of their future income, because when the students are checking for ranking and they are seeing you bottom level, they might not apply to your school, which would affect the future income. So that is one thing that can happen, that would definitely happen. Now, for the communities that are not the big city communities, the university community, which comprises of students, their family, the staff, and their family, the patronage that the university communities give to those businesses are what is boosting their income. So imagine removing that university community because the school is bankrupt and has to close down. It's going to affect the income of the other residents there. Now, if you're a Nigerian, you might have an idea of what I'm saying. Just imagine your university and the people around when the school is on break, or when ASU goes on strike for a long time. Now, for me, I did 1 year in a place that is like it was the university that was boosting the economy in that place, because it's the outskirts of everywhere. It's not a major city. So once students are not around, a lot of people don't get money. The cab drivers cannot get money. The people selling food cannot get money, because a lot of their income comes from students, the staff. So you can imagine how the community will look if the school is closed down. So it is very unrealistic for the UK government to say that international students will only apply to their light school. Now, that aside, we know that it cannot happen. So what can happen? Now, this is my permutation. Some people don't like to hear my permutation because they feel like, oh, I'm giving them ideas. But this permutation is based on what some of them have been saying, and which I think, looking at it realistically, can happen. The first thing that they're going to do is to try and reduce the type of courses that international students can apply for, and it is what they've already said. They said they are going to look at some courses and then try and remove them from what international students can apply for, which is a more realistic option than saying apply to just 25 schools or 24 schools. Now, I don't know the courses that they would deem is not high skilled or whatever, because some of them, the courses that they studied, if we put it on high school, is not really that high skilled for that them sabi. Now, I don't know the courses, but what I know that would not be affected, the courses that I know that might not be affected, are basically those that are science courses, technology courses, engineering courses, maths courses, health courses, and educational courses. So most of those ones will not be affected, because they are right now they are the high skilled shortage courses. Most of those courses will not be affected, and that is the truth. Now the remaining, I don't know, because you get as a bit for this week. But these ones, I am positive that they would not restrict students from applying. The second thing that they will do is to bring back the visa interview for almost everybody. Right now, they are randomly selecting people for visa interview. I'm going to put something on the screen that is going to shock you. This is a visa interview with a potential student, and the person was refused visa because by the time they did the interview, they just felt like this person is just trying to run away and it's not going to concentrate on school and really doesn't know what he's going to do in the UK. So they are going to do a lot of that to cut down the student visa. But this was what they used to do before. In fact, you go to the visa office, do a phone or Zoom interview, and it could last between 15 minutes to 1 hour. When I did mine, people were staying in the cubicle for like 1 hour, and I was like, hey, kilele. But I entered, I don't think I spent up to 30 minutes because I knew what I was going to do. I was not going to go and abscond. I knew a lot of the things that I was going to study. And then I was a pharmacist. They knew that I was not going to abscond, and they knew that I knew what I was talking about. In fact, when I was talking, the lady was like, please slow down, you're talking too fast. I was like, sorry, when I'm passionate about things, I tend to talk a lot and talk fast, so I had to slow down. After that, I will speed up again. So anyway, if you're able to convince them that you are a student, genuine student, and that you know what you want to do with your course in the future, and it's going to help you impact in people's life, it's not all about you, it's about impacting in other people's life, then you are good to go. So they are going to bring back a lot of the visa interviews, so get prepared. Know about your course, know about future of your course, know about the things your course can do, know about what you want to do with your course. I don't know how people will do things. Anyway, let's move on. Now, what can you do before any policy is implemented? Because definitely it is going to be implemented. They would not implement that restriction to 24 schools, but they are definitely going to do some form of restriction. Now, for some people, they are like, oh, I don't want to apply. In my mind, I'm like, you better apply and get offer now. I've said it in my group. Better apply, secure your offer now. Now, any policy that might be implemented for January 2024, because a lot of schools have already started giving offers for September 2023. I don't think they're going to say refund the money back because your school is not allowed to accept international students. That's not going to be possible, especially when they now check the whole income that's been brought in. But the restrictions that I said might happen will start probably January 2024. So now is the best time for you to apply and secure your offers. Secure multiple offers, secure multiple offers. But after securing multiple offers, stick to one and quickly pay so that you can secure your space. Hey, and they say I'm again. Oh. The second thing to do when you're applying to school, try and look at the ranking. Yes, try and look at the ranking of your school. Normally, I don't really look at ranking of the school per se. I look at more of the ranking of the course and then the module of the course and also the academic team, because I'm more concerned about the course and the skills that I'm going to gain. But right now, you have to also look at the ranking of the school. Make sure that the school you're applying to should be in the top 120. We have over 160 universities in the UK. Try and make sure that what you are applying for are in the top 120. Now, the top 30 might be very, very expensive, but from 30 to 120 might be affordable. So try and check the ranking system. There are a lot of ranking systems, so that's another thing. There's the QS, there's the Times Higher Education, there's the Complete Guide. My tip is to check the three of them and check if they are within the top 120. Now, the ranking of the school might differ in the different ranking system. Now, for QS, it might be 24. Now you find out in Times Higher Education is 30. The point is, let it just be between 1 to 120. That's the cocoa. Because the lower ones, they might tell them you cannot accept some courses or you cannot offer some courses, blah, blah, blah. It's better to just play safe and then apply to the top 120 schools. In my own opinion, just giving you an advice. The next thing that you can do is to go for courses that have a bit of the top skills. Now, why am I saying top skills? We know tech, science, maths, engineering, health, and the rest are what they will classify as top skills. Now, if you're going for courses that might not be classified as top or high skilled, you can go for courses that have a bit of fusion of those things. Now, for instance, there are some international business courses that have business analytics as a model or as part of the course. You can do that. Instead of a pure business management or international business course, you can do that will give you skills in analyzing data. So you're going to definitely learn to use some software, you're going to learn some technical skills, you're going to learn some data analytics skills, which is one of the in-demand skills in the UK right now. So getting that is a lot more better than doing a pure business management or international business course, in my own opinion. Now, another example is if you're best fit for a marketing course, don't just go for a straight marketing course. Go for a marketing course that has also digital marketing option or module, or go for digital marketing if you can. Now, for some schools, digital marketing is a conversion course, so it will accept everybody if you have one or two skills that they like. Some schools, marketing is more for everybody, but some schools we have digital marketing option or digital marketing module. So you would gain some digital marketing skills, which is in demand right now. Everything is going digital. Companies, especially small and medium enterprises, need digital marketing to to get awareness, to push their brand in front of people, and also increase business performance. So that is an option that you can do than going for a straight traditional marketing course. So try and look at the courses in different schools, and then look at the way that you can get an hybrid of a course instead of going for a plain course for those that are not considered high skilled. Okay. So basically, with all the up and down policies, I would just say be proactive and try to be one step ahead of the UK government. Do all what you need to do now. Get your offers, get your secured space, pay your tuition fee. Don't delay. Delay right now is dangerous. Let me say it like that. Delay right now is really dangerous. So don't delay. Try and get your offers. By April, May, it might be too late for a lot of things. At least for September, you might be able to get January, but then we don't know what would have happened by then. So this video, I know is long, but it's just me talking about what could happen. And if you've been watching all my other videos where I talk about the policies and all this stuff, you would know that what I say, they happen. So this video might be good news, it might be bad news, but it is what it is for now. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you found it useful, please help me to share it with your friends and family so that it might help a lot of people calm their anxiety. It might help a lot of people take strategic steps that would help them secure their place in the UK by 2023. If you are not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by the side so that you're notified anytime I upload videos. Now, with all that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one.
I'll be on the top, 'cause I own it, know it, I'm alright.